and welcome back to Nonic Nonsense, a show where this is the final episode of the trilogy of the iconic Sara Schoch.
The Return of Jedi. The Return of Sara Schoch.
Yes.
We end where we began, I suppose, because I don't know if I was the first guest, but I was definitely one of the first guests on
Yeah.
original.
You're like within the first three, yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
I definitely was the first best worst guest.
100%.
Oh, yes.
You're the only best worst guest.
Only best worst guest. So everybody better vote for me again because we can't have a streak broken.
She's trying to three-peat, ladies and gentlemen.
One time at the New Hampshire Theater Awards, I Meryl Streeped myself, and I was nominated for Best Actress in 2 categories. I was nominated for Best Actress for 2 shows, and I was like, oh shit, I'm going to cancel myself out because I was Mother in Ragtime and Christine in Dirty Rotten Scoundrels the same summer. I did win for Mother. Blessedly, I did not cancel myself out.
Look at you go.
That's fucking wild, right?
Yeah.
Dumbass stories. Okay. So what's going on, you guys? What are the burning questions we need to answer?
Girl, this podcast is about you. These people are so fucking sick and tired of Kat and I. They're like, yeah, great. We're here to hear about how you've been, what you've been up to.
Oh, God, dude. It doesn't stop. Let me tell you something. I feel like since I got diagnosed with MS, like I've done like 25,000 more things. Like I do more shows. I push myself harder. I do all this stuff, and that is not smart. I just want anyone out there with a chronic illness to know that, like, don't be like me. Again, it does not get better. Don't be like me. Be a better version of me than me.
Mm-hmm.
But I've done some wild stuff just this year alone. Between February 2025 and December 2025, I did 3 Jesus shows. But not necessarily Jesus, but God shows. So I did Fiddler, directed Fiddler. I was in Jesus. No, what's that show called? Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. I was the narrator, which was like dream role. Okay,
that's a great role for you. Yeah,
I don't really perform anymore, but like I was like, yes, I will. And then and I directed Midsummer Night's Dream right after that. So like those 2 were together. But then I directed Jesus Christ Superstar in the fall. So somebody said to me, because like we're recording this and Easter's like today's Good Friday. Somebody was like, do you want to go to a service with me? And I was like, I think I put in my time for the Holy Week.
You donated 10% of your year. Like
more, yeah, exactly. More than that.
More than 10%.
My year. Okay, I donated like 30% of my year plus to this, just to Superstar. So I feel like I've spent enough time on this weekend to like skip it.
Yeah, time and energy counts as tithing. I'm convinced.
Listen, when you're an actor or director and you don't get paid, sure does. It's all you got.
Hell yeah.
You know, but yeah, so it's been busy. I was supposed to not have any projects this semester, but so I learned about live radio. We just did a live radio play for the first time ever at UWF. It was on air.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And it was like so hard to get together, but the actual show was amazing. It was so good. You can listen to it on WUWF. But the biggest thing was that the radio producer guy, who is so nice, he was like, there's one thing I need you to tell your kids. They cannot say any. Have you ever heard of the George Carlin 7? It's like the 7 swear words you can't say on television. They're not what you think they are either. I'd look them up. They're very
Say them.
interesting. Yeah, they're. You're like, that one, really, really? Okay. So, but he was like, you cannot say the swears. And I'm looking at Kat because she knows me. And anyone who's listened to this podcast knows me, apparently. I cannot not say the swears. And then I have a couple of students that are kind of like me and like to do the swears. And so every time someone, and there's no bleeping on this live radio because they don't run on a delay. So every time you make an utterance of a swear word, it's $250,000. 250,000. So of all the things, like the timing, because you have to get the timing right, and you have to always be watching the clock and the ads, and there was like live music we had, and we were improvising all the live music, and it was just like, on top of all that, we had to not do the swears, and we made it all the way, no swears. I could not believe it. That was the part I was most scared of and most proud of. Like, not lie, not being on the radio, not going over or under time. No.
We didn't say fuck.
No. I didn't say that. I didn't say shit. I don't even know if that's on the list, but oh my God, it was something else. So that was something that our chair, Glenn, he was like, he voluntold me, and that I was doing it, and it ended up being really great. So that's fun. Coming up, I'm directing Big Fish in the summer.
Hell yeah.
So this
Such
is like
a weird show.
This is Michael, this is like my Big Fish is like I'm tied to it.
Oh yeah.
And
I'm
so
interested to hear more.
Third go round with the show. And I just keep trying to get it right.
Okay, so pull on that. What do you feel like you're not getting right?
Well, it's not me trying. I don't think it's like an issue with me. I think like the show, as much as I do love it like so much, there's just like some problematic stuff, and I think we fixed a lot of it in the because when you do the small version, I don't know if you know this, there are 2 numbers that are cut. There is the red, white, and blue number in the second act that's completely cut, and there's this part where Edward is sick and he's on drugs and the TV's on, and then all the characters come out of the TV. So we cut both of those in place of this amazing song called The River, which is a duet between the father and the son. So there's a couple of things that I think could make this show a little bit better. I would love to see the witch and Jenny Hill cast as the same person, like in the movie.
Yes.
And honestly, that kind of should be the same person, because like, who the fuck can sing like that? You know what I mean? They kind of have the same voice type. They have to do the same thing.
Yeah.
So I might be looking at that this time. There's just, John August's book for the movie is so rich. And I don't know if you've ever read the actual book.
No.
Oh my God, please do, just for like your own pleasure, because they leave out big parts of it. I mean, Edward sort of has to go after he goes on the road. Before he meets Carl, he actually passes through this purgatory. And there's a dog there that bites everybody. And once the dog bites you, you can't leave. The dog never bites Edward, which indicates to us early on that there is something special about Edward, you know,
Yeah.
so he's able to leave and pass through. Same thing, you know, they don't really explain how the witch ends up like she is. You know what I mean? The witch is Jenny Hill. Jenny Hill has cried herself into, she has cried the puddle around her house, which ends up being like, you know, way out in these wetlands. Edward tries to buy the town, right? We know that part. Edward tries to buy the town. In the book, the reason he can't buy the whole town is because Jenny is out there, and that's how they get reunited.
Yeah.
I mean, it is just like the book is magical. And so, like, obviously, you can't do everything, and obviously, you can't do everything in a musical. But I just think that there are some key things in there that could have helped the audience understand Edward a little bit and understand, like, that relationship between him and Jenny is so small that the audience is like, why should I care about this? Although, when school children watch it, if you play Jenny, prepare to be booed.
I love when children boo. It's my favorite thing in like shows in general. So good.
Only time I've ever been booed. And I loved it. It was everything. Because, like, you know, if you don't know the show, spoiler alert, but Edward comes back and kisses Jenny. And it's like very chaste, you know what I mean? It's just like a thanks for buying me a house and saving my life and all this stuff. But the kids dead up booed me. And I was like, I've made it.
That's how you know you've done a good job, though.
Yeah.
Because if children are so ready to boo your ass, then you know.
Yes. So good. So good. So yeah, it's just been it's crazy. And then in 2027 I'm directing Come From Away. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Where?
At school.
Oh, those lucky ass kids. Oh.
Yeah, I know they are lucky, and I think I'm gonna music direct it as well. I won't teach the vocal lines, but I'm gonna do the band as well.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit.
You know, I was given this year is the year of using all my gifts. Like, that's what I want it to be. Like, I was given all these gifts, and we had kind of a struggle on Superstar with the band, and it was really stressful to me. And I would go up with the score and be like, where are these internal cues? Because, like, I'm a music director's worst nightmare because I read music, because I read a full score, because I play several instruments. You know what I mean? So I'll be like, why aren't we doing this? Why aren't we doing this? Also, the lighting designer is waiting for those internal cues, especially in something like Superstar. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-bum, bum, bum, ba-da-bum, bum, 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 ba-da-da. You know what I mean? And you're just like, if you don't have that, you're like, where the fuck is this? Like, it's just.
Yep.
So when I have to go down in the middle of a show and be like, you need to rehearse this orchestra tomorrow before the show. I'm a director. That should never be my wheelhouse. But luckily, I run a musical theater program. So, like, I get to do, you know, I get to hold the integrity of my shows. I play several instruments. I have advanced conducting skills. Our set designer said to me, she said, Sarah, what if you put in the energy up front rather than all this negative energy? Because, like, when I'm creating, when I'm working and it's positive, like, that's all good energy for me to expend, right? Because it's like, I have to think about where I'm going to put my energy. If I have to put it during tech week, all that, like, trying to figure that out on top of everything, absolutely not. I'm not doing it. Why? Why, when I could do it all together, work it all together, and have it just how? And then as a conductor, I could be on stage. As a director, I could be on stage monitoring the dialects, monitoring the tempos, monitoring. You know, I'm not trying to control everything in the world, okay? But on this show, it just means so much to me
Mm-hmm.
And I told Kat this. Won't spoil anything, but I did tell Kat this when we were talking about the show a couple weeks ago.
Oh, I already spoiled it to the listeners. They know. I just haven't
Oh, okay.
posted something
Oh,
formal
good.
on
I
Facebook.
wasn't gonna say anything. I
Well,
was like,
it's
I'm just
so
gonna
funny.
let her.
I do not reading for Beulah, and then she gets cast as Beulah. So it was hilarious. Anyway, but this show means so much to me because I was like 3 days into college when September 11th happened. And I was like away from home. It wasn't my first time away from home or anything, but like I was away from home, and it was just, I had friends who had just started going to NYU, and I had mentors already in the city, and like my first experience of the city had just come a year earlier, and so like it was this place that was starting to already feel like I belonged there, and then I'm sitting up at school, and 3 days later this thing happens, and I can't get to anybody. I can't call anybody. It was just the strangest thing, you guys. And next, this 2026 is the 25-year anniversary. And I feel really lucky to be able to be doing it like in the September to September year of the anniversary. And so I don't know, Connie's got some wild ideas, so we're pretty excited about it. But yeah, there's just some really good things I'm excited to work on, and who knows what will pop up in between. Like, everyone's like, "Oh, we have 3 weeks to do it. Let's call Sara."
Get her done.
Hey.
Radio play thing, you know what I mean? It was like, this is something I would honestly, I said to somebody, I was like, I worked harder on this show than any show I've ever done ever. And it was supposed to be that. It was supposed to be like this fun thing. There's no such thing as fun. Theater's work. I want people to stop saying it. Stop saying, yes, can it be fun? Absolutely. It's called a play for a reason, right? But that doesn't mean like, I just don't understand this idea of like, ooh, skippy dippy, it's fun. Are you kidding? You're wearing someone else's shoes, someone else's clothes, saying someone else's words. Like, it's work.
Michael's playing a 55-year-old man. What is going on?
Michael, welcome to it. Welcome to my entire life. Okay.
Oh, of course.
Welcome
Happy to be here.
If you're grounded and can memorize a few things, you're the old man. Good
But
morning.
here's the thing. I'm shitty with memorizing.
Good morning.
That's the one thing I hate.
Well,
Memorizing, like,
you're not, quit bitching. You're a man. This is you're like, up, we got what we have one that's got a pulse. We need a man.
Sara, get him.
Kidding.
He could grow a beard. Grow him.
Oh my god, he can grow a beard. Yeah.
Yeah. You could make him shave it and just have a mustache.
That's right. He can grow a beard.
No, but speaking on the whole directing thing, because I like that angle that we were taking at, like, I've always wanted to direct. I directed like short scenes during COVID, like before I joined professional theater. And I found a passion for it. I really love it. And last year when I did Spelling Bee, I had such a fucking blast with it. Not only because of like the material and like having free reign, under constricts, but having free reign. But I also love the kids, like the teens that I'm working with. And like, they're 13 to 18. So like they're in like prime, I think I want to do this years, So seeing their enthusiasm for it and like their willingness to like go for it. And I've talked about it before on the podcast, but like, do you know Spelling Bee?
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm gonna play Lisa Rona Peretti like
Rona Lisa Peretti, hell yeah. Same.
Yes. I'll be pants for both, please. But
we are so the same person, Sarah.
You're mine.
You're mine. But my pants came into that dance call and he started shaking ass. And I was like, homie, what? Like he like was twerking. And I was like, you know what? That's enthusiasm. I'm keeping that in the show. So like,
Cat. What is my favorite thing? Put it in the show.
Put it in the show.
That's what I always say. Put it in the show. And I clap 3 times. Put it in the show.
Put it in the show.
Yeah, because I love this idea, Michael, because I love the word I'd love to talk about this because I had done so many shows as a performer before I came to UWF, and I had never really directed anything, like barely even scenes, you know what I mean? And I was like shitting my pants. And my mom was like, listen, suck it up. If you can't figure out how to make a show after being in, 150 some at that time, like, well, what the fuck have you been doing? And you right. You are right. If I can't figure it, what would I do? What do I want to hear as an actor,
Yeah.
And so the first show I directed at UWF was kind of like, I'm not going to call it a throwaway because I learned a lot on it, but it was a Craig Carnelia, Craig Lucas play with music. And it's beautiful. It's lovely. It's wonderful. But like that didn't necessarily teach me anything about the kind of director I was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
When we did Oklahoma, Kat was Ann Eller. That last yow at the end of the show, I thought, this is my greatest contribution to the theater to this date. Of all the performances I have given, of all the things that I have done, this is my whole heart on the stage. This isn't just me giving a piece of it. When I direct, it is my whole heart, my whole soul on the stage. And that, when I'm directing, that is the feeling I crave. And more so, not being... It's funny because Connie is our scenic and lighting designer. She's always like, you're the boss, Sarah. You like make the decisions. But like, actually, she's right in a lot of ways. But as the boss, my job is to let everybody do what they do best.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think is really important. And I think that's where I excel as a director. Like, you will never hear me be like, no, I think my way is better. My way is definitely not better. You know why? I didn't take any of the classes of how to build a staircase. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I know the best way to fly a person to the sky. I don't know,
Yeah.
So also that goes down to actors too. Like, I will help you get to where I think you need to be. But like I always tell people, if you are not willing to do it in the show, do not show it to me because I will put that shit in there.
I have an instance of that, and I'm going to talk about it real quick. But I want to stay on track with this conversation that we're having.
Yeah.
But
is that your toe touch?
No, miss. So you can take that and shove it right back over there.
Okay, you did it once, and it's been in how many shows now?
I'm not even talking about the toe touch, Cat Gold. All right, so pull it back. I was talking about Gabe Salgado in The Bodyguard. This homie, we're in final runs of the show, like in the room. And we have this whole section during bows where everyone comes out and they do 1/8 count of a dance number. And then they go back in line. It's like the big huzzah for the character, whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And his character doesn't sing or dance in the show. Like he's the bodyguard. So when he was given an 8 count, and he does straight plays, this dude. This was his first musical ever.
Yeah.
Like phenomenal actor. And he can dance. He's got rhythm clearly, but like he was looking at me. He's like, I don't know what the fuck to do for my 8 count. And I was like, have fun, dude. Like whatever happens, happens. Like who cares? And he goes, I'm gonna pretend to fall. And then I'm gonna hump the ground like Magic Mike. And I went, Gabe, now's the time to do it. Because if you're gonna do it at any other time, it's gonna be wrong. So if you want to do it now, go for it.
That's right. Shoot your shot.
Yep. And I knew what was gonna happen, and I was like, oh God, here it comes. And he walked out and he like pretended to trip and he like face planted, and then he started like Magic Miking the floor. And everyone lost it because that was clearly, we all went, oh, like it was clearly like a distinct, but one of our cast members just did not understand what happened. So one of them, Karima, God bless, shout out Karima, she went, he fell, why are y'all laughing? And we were all like, no, like it was a joke. Like he's fine. Like he did that on purpose. And she's like, no, he didn't. He fell.
Like,
So,
no, you, oh, poor thing.
and then our choreographer went, great choice. Not the right one though. We were like, all right, done.
That's something I'm famous for saying. My mentor, one of my mentors, who unfortunately passed away like about, I don't know, 10 years ago, maybe now. He used to say, "That's a choice. That's a choice. There are no bad choices." No. And I say this about singing too. There are no bad sounds, just sounds that are more appropriate in certain venues than others.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Today, this is just more diet anti bullshit that Kat didn't get. I was like, that sucks. This is why she's still in the business.
Oh my goodness. No, I want to direct. I want to. Because I have this thing where I just want to fix shows.
So okay, Kat, this is actually what I think that I am best at.
Yeah.
It's called the show doctor. Yeah. I call myself this all the time. And I actually am better at show doctoring my own shows. Like I just like get a bunch of shit up there as fast as I can. And then I'm like, nope, that's wrong. There we go. Oh, my here we go. We have that's a good, and and I'm getting better with making the right choices, obviously 15 years later, I hope. But it is like, and I did show doctor a show this year, 12th night, and like I feel like I'm good at that. Like I'm good at going in and helping directors see problems and being like, oh, this needs. I'm like, when you get to go into a show and be like, you know what? There's not enough burps and farts in this.
Like that's what I did with spelling bee. I was like, I'm gonna add a fart sound here.
Yeah, exactly. Or burps and farts. Like what the heck? This is a Shakespeare comedy. You know what I mean? And so like that to me is, I really enjoy that, and I really enjoy collaborating with people. That's really like my thing is, again, letting people do what they do best. And that is super, super important, because a director is not a dictator. Okay. There's an R in one and, and not in the other. And it's like, well, I think they're spelled completely differently now that I'm thinking about it. That should be the name of it. Director, not a dictator. But it's like, you should trust the people around you. Your vision, your idea should be to bring everybody's vision into one vision, not like, this is my way, this is the way we have to do it. This is like, don't tell other people what they are good at.
Yeah.
Like I've gone through things where people have been like, oh, well, I think if you lower it like this. Like, okay, when was the last time you did any kind of like test on a pulley system? 10th grade when you were in science. Like I just let the people do what they're supposed to do. And when somebody tells you as a director that something is not going to work, like fucking listen to them. Your job immediately is to hear the part of their voice that's like, I don't know. And you need, like, when you start hearing that, even as they're explaining it, you need to start thinking about the problem and how you're going to change it, because they're trying to tell you politely, it ain't going to work for shit.
Yeah. And I mean, like when I did spelling bee, I wanted the same team back. Like, because I had such a crucial part of like, everyone knew what they were doing. And on top of it, like, they all cared about the show too, which was really special, because some people just phone it in. Like they come in and they're like, this is a job, I have to, choreograph this and that. But when you have like a group of people who like genuinely cared about the project, like my stage manager, loved Spelling Bee so much that she's never done a stage management gig in her life, but she was like, I want to be around people who love the show, so I'm going to take it. And she's been in the show, and I literally looked at her and I was like, I think, because she played Swartz and Grubenier, I looked at her and I was like, I think you're better suited to take this over. Like, I'll oversee it once you're done, but I feel like you would know how to correctly do this like better than I would. So if you want to sit with her and talk with her and block out her thing, and then I'll just clean it at the end and maybe add like a couple things that I want, then we'll do that. And we did that, and it ended up being great. But the thing is, like, you need that team, because if you don't have the people like behind you, like, we went out to dinners after those rehearsals. Like, we were close, the four of us, the choreographer, music director, stage manager, and I. And because SpongeBob is a whole other fucking beast. That show is terrifying compared to Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee, you don't have costume changes out the wazoo. You don't have a fucking set change. It's easy.
Pretty much the whole time. It's like, all right, you come down, you do your thing, you go back and sit on the bleachers. You come down and do your thing, go back and sit on the bleachers. And if anybody tries to do it differently like that, don't.
Yes.
Stop trying to conceptualize a musical. You know why? A musical is a concept already. You can't conceptualize a concept.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Stop.
I agree.
Do it. You're killing me.
I could divulge so much, but it will hurt something major in my life about this entire concept thing.
It's certainly an exciting and important time to be doing theater, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kat, I have a good question for you. 3 dream shows that you would like to direct. Unlimited budget, no constraints. What are your 3?
The little mischievous smile on your face is crazy.
Well, the question was for you, right?
For me?
Both.
Yeah. Right, Michael? You said to Kat.
Both. I want to hear both.
Kat, you go first. Because I'll have to think about it. Because, like, to be truthful, I've done almost everything I've ever wanted to do. So I need some minutes.
I want to direct a version of Hedwig, but I want it in a bar.
Yeah.
I want it in a dive bar.
A dive bar.
I want everyone to sit at like booths or sit at the bar, and I want the show to be fully immersive. That would be a version of Hedwig that I would love to do. I love that show so much, and
I agree.
Yeah, we did a lot of dramaturgical. Me and our Hedwig, we met up separately from our directing team, and we did a lot of dramaturgical work into like the text of the work and what we kind of wanted to bring to it and stuff. So like I love that show. I would love to do that immersive.
You know, right before I met you, I saw John Cameron Mitchell in Hedwig in New York. He had just replaced Neil Patrick Harris, and like the man who made the thing. It was unfucking real, and he is just like next level. And I know what a great experience you personally had on the show.
Yeah,
and how proud I was of you on that show. I learned to play the bass, and it was just like, yes, you know.
But yeah, no. So that I would want to do. I would love to do 9. I would love to direct 9. I love 9. I love that score so fucking much.
It was life-changing. It was, to be able to direct that show was life-changing. That's yes. I
do love like the Fellini film. So like I would want it
8.5 for all you kids out there.
So like I would love to do a version of 9.
It's so stunning, and I feel like people don't know it. Like even with the movie, I feel like people don't. And by the way, friends out there listening and watching, the movie is not the musical. Okay, so
yeah, no,
okay.
I just and I loved parts of that revival.
Oh God,
so
revival.
I loved parts of it, but then there were other parts that I didn't love. I missed that they removed all the children, only had one in it. I
In the revival, they had a group of kids. I saw it
I saw maybe which one?
with Antonio Banderas.
Oh, maybe they were in like for different parts because I think because I was watching the clip of Be Italian and there was only the one child that was on the stage
I think that was just for the clip for the
for like the
publicity they did. Yeah.
got it. Okay, all right.
Because I saw the second preview of that with Antonio Banderas, Laura Benanti, Jane Krakowski,
Mm-hmm.
Stuart Masterson, and Cheetah Rivera, and like
Mm-hmm.
all these other like famous bitches. Like there was a woman who was on my soap opera, and I was like freaking out. You know what I mean? It's just such a beautiful score, and it's just so underrated. Maury Yeston is so underrated. Period.
Yeah. I would love to do a direct production of Nine. And I mean I want to direct Disenchanted. I love that show so much. And like I feel like from working with Johnny on it and working with 32 different princesses, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen so many versions of each number, each line, each joke, and like I feel like there are problems with inherently in the show
Sure.
that the authors are always trying to like do rewrites and stuff, but like I think I'm so involved with it now. I would just love to direct
Yeah. Well,
a version of it.
listen, just like that, what's her name from the Chorus Line, who's made an entire career of choreographing chorus lines. Like you're allowed to love something that hard, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're allowed
Mitzi?
to.
Was it
Huh?
Mitzi? Mitzi? Or Bjork?
By York.
Yeah, that's
Well,
yes.
Mitzi Hamilton does it too. I know she's
Yeah.
like
I'm
restaged it.
thinking, what is her name, Michael? You
Are you
just
talking about by York or?
yes, Bywork.
Yeah.
So like the original Connie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so like it's okay to love something that hard.
Yeah.
For me, it's got to be like Les Mis is probably up there, is definitely up there as like the number one, and probably like just because I don't know, it's like I know I'm ready to do it. You know, and I just know it's time, and yeah. Oh, I just had another one. Because I've like done like so many, like Evita was like always on my list, and that was like the third musical I directed or something insane like that. So,
Mm-hmm.
a Sondheim for sure, whether it's Into the Woods or I'd really love to direct Sweeney or like honestly any of the Sondheims I would be down for. And then this is like really shameless, but my other one is a Yeston too. Titanic. I'd love
Oh yeah.
to do Titanic. Like I don't want to sink a boat, okay? Like I want to version of it. You know what I mean? Like I don't need to sink a boat. Oh, the one I had in mind, it was Late in the Piazza. I'd really love to
Oh,
direct Late in the Piazza.
God,
Um
I love that show.
just because I really love music. So like anything like that. But also like now I want to like have some fun. I've been directing like completely heavy shows like for the past like 2.5 years, and I need a Shrek in my life. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I need a Shrek in my life. I need something like that because it's just like I need farting, burping, and joy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
That's what I would like to deviate from because I've been happy enough to do the silly giggle shows,
yeah.
but I want to dive deep now into something that's heavier and has more impact.
Mm.
Like for me, I of course like SpongeBob was on my list, and I'm grateful to knock out one of them because silly goofy. But Into the Woods, and I want to do it when I have a fresh idea for it. Like
Yeah.
I want to have a new take for it instead of just jumping in and going by the book. As much as I respect the book and respect the music, that's not getting touched. I want to bring my own take to it, and I don't want to do the show until I have found that take.
Please do. Please, everyone, stop reading the goddamn stage directions.
Yes,
Stop doing it. Stop
yes.
reading them. Stop making choices as an actor based on them. Stop unless it's like a technical. Sorry, I'm very
Bless you.
about this. Unless the stage directions involve a technical element, I don't care about them. I don't care that it says that Perchik and Hoddle, is that the one? I don't care it says that they grab hands or that they kiss at the end. That is not real. That is a flaw in Jerome Robbins' directing. Okay? That's research. And when an actor comes to me and says, but it says, and I'm like, get out of here with that because that was somebody else's production and I'm not interested.
Yeah, not the ideas that are in the room.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Yep.
Stop reading anything that's italicized. Anyone can
Oh my God.
I'm glad we feel the same,
yeah.
genuinely, because I want to have my like the beautiful part about directing is that it's your vision. As like seriously, if you like, I refuse to even get the slightest bit of help with things. Like when I was doing again, just Spelling Bee is the only show I've directed, so I can't pull from much. But when I was doing Spelling Bee, the whole montage thing where they're going really fast and they're this and that, it was tracked, so I had to figure out the timing. And
Yeah.
people were like, "Why don't you just watch the video for it?" And I was like, because I would rather this be the worst 2 hours of my life sitting with a track and trying to figure it out and coming
Also,
up with my own thing.
that shit is illegal.
Yes. Like,
Illegal.
it's
There's
illegal.
literally a choreographer who I will not name who has been caught doing like side by side choreography, and I am terrified. I do lots of research on choreographers before I work with them because I'm terrified that somebody else's choreography is going to show up in my show. So fucking
Yes.
so terrified. And then you're just like, oh my God. Like, I can't even imagine the directors that has happened to with this person. It's so fucked up.
So I sat down with the track for 2 hours and I ripped out the hair that I barely have left, and I figured it out myself. But yeah, Into the Woods. But I want to have it be fresh and I want to have a fun take with it. And as soon as I find that take, then I will pursue directing it. And then Bonnie and Clyde, because that's my favorite show and it's never really done. And I think it's a gorgeous musical. And I want to have a full wood set.
So bad. Dying ain't so bad if you both go together.
But I want a full wood set. I want everything wood.
Yes.
Like I want it to be grungy South, wooden set, wooden vehicles, wooden everything. Like everything is wooden.
That's awesome.
That's what I want.
That's what we had for Fiddler. Like everything was wood, and we had actually somebody donated all the wood, and then we used it more for Superstar. So we literally be like, get off the cross, we need the wood. But I do want to say one thing. One thing I do love about directing, and especially directing musicals, is that I do get to work with other people. Like, I love when a designer comes to me and says, what about this? Or what about this? Or because I'm the kind of person who's like, please help me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do it all myself. Like, that's what I love about theater is, like, it's a big team. I don't want to be, like, and I think that's why I don't direct plays as much, because I don't want to be alone with myself.
Mm-hmm.
I want collaborating. I want to be able to bounce ideas off other people. When I do a show, the cast is as much as involved as the blocking and the storytelling as I am, because I'm not going to make you do something that looks stupid in your body or stupid in your voice.
Yeah.
Like, you want to look not dumb on stage, you better be yourself.
Yeah.
Here's the easy way to not look dumb. Just be yourself, because you know how to do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
I think directing is really important for actors to experience just maybe just once, because like it's really hard to be a director, and I think if we all directed something, then we'd give our directors a lot less shit, although I have a harder time now. Because I'm like, oh God, I look around myself and be like, I can fix this so fast. I can fix it so fast. But you have to just like turn that off and be like, okay, bitches, I'm going to my apartment. Bye.
Literally.
Like, the fact that you can't hit that note is not my problem. I want it to be my problem so badly, but it is not.
Yep.
Walk away, and it's that kind of like, that's why it's really hard. It's hard. It's hard to watch. Like, I don't go to the theater, and I've been like this for a while, but I don't go to the theater because, well, number one, I don't want to be at work when I'm not at work. Because it is a fucking job. Like, I don't care. I'm so sick of everyone being like, oh, it's fun. It's work. And said that at the beginning.
Yeah.
Playing pretend is hard.
Playing pretend is hard. It's exhausting. And like, there will be days when you're looking in the mirror, putting on your makeup for the 150th fucking time. I know, Kat. And you're like, wow, I can't believe I'm doing this again. This is what a 9 to 5 must feel like, like, and yes, we are lucky we get to do this, but it is work. It comes with cost.
I can attest to that real quick. I'm gonna throw in something funny because it made me think of it.
I don't even know where I was going with that, Michael. So you better go ahead. And I'm like, I started somewhere, but the MS takes.
I got you. Let's finish this together. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Fucking, I felt that so hard about it being great, but it also feels like a 9 to 5. And keep in mind, what I'm about to say, incredibly grateful for the opportunity that I had. But Frozen was so fucking long. There was literally like, I got through the tech week and like opening weekend, and I remember being like, oh, like cutting off the tape and putting it on my beard and shit and pulling like resetting my beard. And I put it on and I was like, how many fuckers like do I have left? Like, and I looked at the calendar and I counted out, I'll never forget this, 24 more shows. And I was like,
and just, yes. Oh my God, dude. When I was on the cruise ship and we got extended, I thought the first time I thought I was going to have a nervous breakdown. The second time I did have a nervous breakdown. No, I'm just kidding. But like, really, like, I was like, all I want to do is get off this fucking tin can karaoke. I was like counting down the days, and then they fucking extend you by another month and a half, and you're just like, what?
Yeah, I was grateful for the work and like going out there and seeing all the kids smile and like all like making the kids' day. I was like, this is why I fucking do this.
Blah blah blah. That's what the money's for.
I do it to put like, as much as the money is great. I've done gigs for I'm like making literally like $6 an hour. Like, you understand? So
we
right,
all have
right, but.
The idea, though, is still that this is a job and we can enjoy our job, and we are lucky to be privileged enough to be able to do it, but it can still suck.
Absolutely. Every job sucks. I don't think there's any job, even if it's your dream job.
Yes,
it doesn't suck
every single day.
Right. Like, we are doing our dream jobs.
Yeah, like, I cannot believe, and like, me specifically, this job at my university is literally tailored for me. I can't go anywhere else. Thank God I have tenure and they can't kick me out, because my God, this job is literally me. People are always like, why don't you apply somewhere else? Because I can't do everything that I do here anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
100%.
that doesn't mean it don't suck sometimes.
No, no, like those 8 show weeks. Like I didn't realize how brutal an 8 show week was.
Your body.
Oh my God.
Am
They're
I
brutal.
right? Your body. You're just like, you don't realize, like, people are like, oh, my character sheets are so awesome until day 8 of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Day 8, because that's what it really is, day 8, because you've lived twice as many hours as normal people. And forget a 5 show weekend. Forget it. You know, it's like people are like, oh, it's a holiday. Really? I call that a 5 show weekend.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't call it, oh, it's your holiday. Really? It's
I
just
think
another
a I think a perfect week is
yeah.
6 shows, five,
Well,
five, 6 shows.
this is what I think in Boston, they call it the neat 6. And it's really great. You have Monday and Tuesday off. You do a matinee Wednesday and a evening Wednesday. Then you do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And usually the Sunday is like around 4 or 5. So it's not even like an early Sunday. And I find that to be such an effective way. And really, like, equity needs to step up. Everybody needs to. There is no reason to do an 8 show week.
I got so upset with Equity and the Broadway League recently. So like when that fucking blizzard happened
That
and
is that.
and they were not canceling, like individual shows were choosing to like cancel their shows, but like I was messaging one of the girls that was in 6, and like I see them trudging through the fucking snow.
Well, this is the thing. Wouldn't If we had less shows, wouldn't the shows run longer?
Mm-hmm.
These shows, you can't expect them to sell out every single night, 8 shows a week. People
No,
that have in this economy, I mean, it's like you can't do it, and you can't expect performers to do that anymore either.
Yeah. I mean, like I miss like, so like Disenchanted has been a little bit lighter just because of the travel. We're not doing an 8 show week typically, unless like we are sat in like one city for like a whole fucking week. But because it's a lot of one nighters.
Mm-hmm.
But like when I was down at like Stage Door in Coral Springs, we would do that neat 6 for months. And we were always sold out.
Yep.
And there was
And
never an issue.
would generally venture to guess that you were healthy and
Yeah.
you had rested voices and that you were able to experience the places that you were traveling to, because that should also be part of it. You know what I mean? When you're touring, this like idea that it's like you travel on your day off, bullshit. Bullshit.
mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Not on an equity contract, and that's like a whole nother can of worms. It's a whole nother podcast. That's a whole thing I just like can't get into. It's fucking equity, because it's just so
It's so hard because I'm like
what
at
a
a
fucking
point.
joke. It's just a joke. It's like, if you're gonna let people in the union, you better take care of them. That is it. That is the end of the story. That is my big complaint. Now you're just letting everybody in. It's a giant free for all, and it's like
Yeah.
I don't. It's just insane.
It just feels like since they've opened it up, and like my whole thing was it. I understand that they were like, we're trying to make it more like inclusive and like whatever. But
I get
the
it.
thing is like they weren't doing it the way that it should have happened. If they wanted to make it inclusive, it would still be you do the same amount of weeks. You just don't pay an arm and a leg to get into the fucking
Well,
thing.
that's really it, right? Like it's like money grab. That's all that it is. And I'm just so tired of it. I tell the kids now, like, there's really like no reason to do it because until you're like ready and older, like there's just no reason. I mean, equity calls are already so overrun anyway. It's like I had a student ask me this week if she should go, if she should fly to New York because Disney was having an open dancer call for Tangled.
No.
And I said, I was like, no. She's like, what are the odds that I'll be seen? I'm like, 0.
Yeah, no.
They said they might see non-equity. And I was like,
they're not going to see non-equity.
People are going to be at that. I was like, first of all, it's Disney. Second of all, it's not just Disney. It's Tangled. People have been waiting for this like a really, really long time. I said, third of all, you're going to get there. You're going to have spent all this money to fly to New York. And at 9 a.m., they're going to say, we will not be seeing non-equity today because we don't have enough spots for all the equity people that are here.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. That is what's going to happen. I would guarantee it. I would be willing to place a very, very, very large wager on it. And she was like, but what if they do? I was like, then they do and you didn't waste $1,000?
The cons outweigh the pros.
Like, I don't just this, like, I need kids to grasp that, like, you guys are ready to move to New York. You have resumes. You have experience. You are ready. You are going to be competing with people who are at the level you are at. Just because you think, Charlie, please. My cat is like having a nervous breakdown. He wants my husband to sit by the window with him.
Charlie's like, don't join equity.
No, but don't save your money. But I really do. I think it's really, I think at this point, it's just like predatory. And I need all of the youngins, if there's any youngins listening out there, like, build your resume, and then try, if you feel like you need to, try New York. But my God, now I'm just recommending for the most part for people to sit down in a city that they love, because now you can make art just about anywhere, and I used to take the $20 megabus from Boston to New York for auditions. That was a $20 megabus, not $1,000 flight. And those were $20 megabus for appointments, not for I might get seen cuz.
You couldn't pay me to go to an open call.
Open call, kill me. No, I know.
You couldn't pay me. I don't go unless I've got a call back.
Absolutely.
I don't fucking go. And then that's the part of the reason why I'm finally like, I gotta move to the city this fall, because
right. You finally laid enough groundwork. You know what I mean? And that's
yeah. I think also I spent almost $600 traveling back and forth for the final rounds of callbacks for the Chicago tour, and I went,
that's crazy.
I'm over this. And granted, I like the final group that I was with were all people that booked the tour except me. So like,
yeah, well, you just said something else. There's something else out there. So
yeah, no, but like, it just like the financials, and like I live relatively close.
I know.
The train in.
Yes, exactly. You're close. I was in Boston. Yeah, exactly.
So like, but like, imagine like if you're down in Florida, like especially like with a college resume, you don't spend $1,000 to go to an open call. I mean, like,
well, I mean, and it's just like, especially on a what if. It's just,
yeah.
I mean, and like, I hate having those conversations because it like. This student made me feel like the bad guy,
because you don't want to be like a dream killer,
right? And at the end I was like, you know what, if you have expendable income, then I guess you should go. That's me. And like I said her, I'm like, who am I? What do I know?
If you have the means, go for it.
If you have the means and you're willing to take the risk.
if you have expendable income, like, which is then what I end up always saying, but then don't complain to me next year when you don't have money to go to UPTA or something like that, where you could actually get a job that you could really cut your teeth on.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, and don't ask me if you don't want the truth. That's the other thing I never understand about people. You know me. You ain't new to me.
Yeah.
You know that I'm going to tell you the absolutely unfiltered truth about how I feel, and I'm sorry if that is not what you want to hear, but I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. And you know what? If I am wrong, oh my God, I can't wait for the day.
I'm the only one that proved anyone wrong.
But you know what, Kat? I always knew you're going to be able to feed yourself.
Yeah.
I always knew you were going to be able to feed yourself. I wasn't sure that people were going to see what I saw. And that was my young teacherness. You know what I mean?
You weren't the only one. Don't feel any way about it. You
Okay.
weren't the only one. Every single person in that department was like, Kat.
I was you know, because I had to wait to play the right things, you know.
Yeah.
And I had to wait to play the right things. I had to grow into my voice, you know what I mean? I had to grow
Yeah.
into my voice.
I think I kind of fast tracked the growing into my voice by shifting into a lot of rock musicals.
I think that's really,
And I think that's what really like got me my in.
I know. Now she can play Beulah.
And now I'm playing viola.
We're really gonna have to coach that dialect. That's the heaviest one.
Yeah, we got it. Thankfully, they at least got an email and they were like, "Oh, we've got like a dialect coach for the show that's going to be there." But also, half the people in that cast just came off of the tour, so I'm like, "We're going to be in a fast track version, and I need some help."
Is everyone good? Yep. Oh shit. Oh.
That belongs with the people she should be with. Then, if everyone's good, then she's where she should be. Then she's where she belongs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, I'm your fan. Oh, always and forever.
Ew.
So
Oh my god, we are already like at our hour.
I know. I was just checking, and my husband just came in. The sun just set, so I was thinking it's about time to wrap this up, little doggies. This was a great discussion,
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
and I'm sad that you guys won't be doing this like on a regular basis. But I'm with Michael. I think that we should have like a quarterly discussion.
Yes.
A check in.
The annual stockholders meeting
The
of the
annual
nonsense.
actors meeting, the state of the theater, that kind of stuff. Like, yeah, there's still so much more to talk about, and I'm sure there's gonna be so much more to talk about especially in the coming months, like with only like 4 original musicals at the Tony, you know. But that cake musical, I think you guys should do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't listened to it, but the minute I saw the photo, I was like, "Oh, Michael and Kat should do this." Two carrying cake across New York City. I was like, "This sounds exact. Well, I don't even know what this is about, but this sounds like them."
Cake? Fucking call that Italian dude.
No,
Right?
no. I'm just saying, like the idea of the two of you carrying a cake across New York City is funny. Like just starting with that idea and then casting you in it. So maybe we need to make it happen.
Done and done.
Direct the shit out of that.
Oh yeah,
Oh
we'll
yeah.
see you up in New York.
Well, you too. Thank you for making this magical space for all of us.
Oh.
Thank you for coming on, Auntie Sarah. It's always a pleasure.
Michael, I'm so glad we got to have this relationship and this
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it to end because you and I were meant to have a friendship and a relationship. You know what I mean? And I'm
I
just
agree.
so glad that it came full circle for you.
Yeah.
who don't know, Michael auditioned for UWF and didn't come, which was the biggest mistake of his life. But
it really fucking was, yo. I regret it every single time. I sit down with my parents and they're like, "Really, New World?" And I was like, "I know."
But I will.
Over here.
I will say, like, this business is so small, you end up finding the people you're supposed to be with anyway. So,
very true. Thanks for coming in my life. I appreciate you.
Well, hey, once I'm your auntie, I'm always your auntie. Although the kids have been calling me cousin Sarah, the seniors, because I've been sharing some summer stock stories and stuff. So they were like, "That is a cousin Sarah story, not an auntie."
At least they're not calling you Unc. That's when it ends.
No, I won't be Unc. I won't be Unc. There will be no Thanksgiving walks with me.
All right. Well, do you have anything else to say to wrap up?
No, just like I'll say what I said in my very first one. It doesn't get better, but it does keep going.
Yes, it
That's
does.
bad. It does keep going. So there's always an opportunity for it to get better.
That's the episode title. It does keep going.
Keep open.
Good.
I love you guys so much.
We love you.
Congratulations to you both. And we are all excited about your NYC adventures. And good luck.
And that's gonna get cut. But yes, thank you.
You're gonna get cut.
You can just bleep it out.
Oh, yeah.
Congrats on the beep. oh God.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
In there, yeah. But
yes.
Anyway, okay, let me say, thank you both so much, and good luck with everything that you got going on in the future. I know that everybody will be excited to hear about these new adventures. I think you guys might have to start a whole nother pod.
Cat's like, no.
Yeah, no. Peace and love. With peace and love. I'm so sick of scheduling, and I'd rather call people and shoot the shit for fun.
Yes, and just record it. Yeah, that's really, oh my gosh, that's really what you should do, is like a roulette.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
who's the unlucky caller.
It will never be me.
No, imagine here. Listen, we got to do this sometime before this shit ends. I think it'd be fucking hysterical. We spin a roulette wheel. We call them on the phone. We let them think that it's a normal conversation, and then we play 3, 4, and then we're like, "Oh, you're on Non-Ec Nonsense," like a fucking radio call, and scare the shit out of people.
That's good. That is so good. I love it.
So everyone, watch out if you see a phone call come in.
Well, I might pick. If it's you two, I might pick up. If it's like last minute. I love you.
Love you, Auntie.
See you kids later. So long, Non-Ec world. It's been real. I love you so much. I came back
3 times. 3 Pete.
No, I'm just saying I gave up my equity card. Non-Ec, I love you so much. I came back to the world.
Deuces.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Well, this has been Non-Ec Nonsense. Thank you for tuning in for the trilogy ender with Sara Schoch. Yeah, tune in whenever we decide to film. Kat, do you have anything to say?
No, I just love that bitch so much.
She's like a warm hug. That woman. Like, that's the only way I could describe her. Like, it's just smiles and good energy, and that's what I think the world needs. So, with that being said, this has been Non-Ec Nonsense. My name is Michael Metadomini, signing out.
Kat Gold, signing off.
Stay happy, stay healthy, no COVID.